That terrible feeling of I could have done so much better. My name is Werner Puchert, and this is Finding Frequency. Friday, and it's of course live streaming day. The last one for a week. I'm going to take a bit of a week break. I know that people say you need to do the consistency thing, but I need a break. 4 of them in a row is quite heavy on the old brain box, and also effort, because it takes a lot of time to set these up and coordinate with folks, and doing this in between projects is difficult. And so the last one, first of all, didn't go entirely to plan. Great guest. My friend Yuri from Belarus is a legend. I wish we could have spoken more about Belarus and what's going on there, and also the fact that he's running a company over there, and he's got an amazing, talented team of people that work with him. So, we spoke a little bit about the report. I think one of the big things that happened in the interview is that we missed kind of the mental model or the structure that we had in mind for the conversation. We did get together and we spoke about it, and we created documents, all kinds of things. But something went a little bit missing here and there. I think we brought it back. I had some moments of brilliance, I think, and he also at the end brought some things in that actually contextualized a lot of, but you sit in this thing, in retrospect, you go, I could have done it differently. But at the point I want to also make is that myself and a whole bunch of my friends that have been influenced by Seth Godin, is that this is just one step in a long, long journey. And sometimes I tend to look at this one step and get a bit stressed out about it. And then I get nervous about the next step and the next step and the next step. And I need to realize that there's going to be a lot of failure, a lot of missteps, a lot of accidents, and a lot of success if you keep on going. That's the thing, keep on going. So Yuri did leave me with a few interesting thoughts, because the one thing that I am worried about with these live streams that I'm doing is that it just becomes a set of conversations between people that, you see that in streams, all like you can scroll through feeds and there's a lot of mostly white guys talking to each other. Oopsie. And I've been sensitive about that. So the one aspect is to make sure that the people that I talk to is representative of my full circle of friends. But I don't think that's the only thing that's going to fly. And I think the fact that I'm worried about the representation and showing everybody and making sure that it's just not old white guys sitting around talking nonsense, perhaps will lead me into a direction where I can make it a platform that's more collaborative for everybody. I don't know how I'm going to do this. My brain is on fire. But my conversation after our stream with Yuri kind of led into a space of, can I not create a platform, where we can have more people talking? Of course, now I don't want a screen full of more white guys talking. And I'm sorry to be hammering on white guys. I'm one myself. I'm even an old grey one. But you know what I'm saying? Like, just talking heads. Maybe we can do a project. Maybe we can solve a problem. Maybe we can actually design something together. And we have the live streams every Friday as a kind of checkpoint. Or maybe we work together in that stream. There needs to be something. I mean, am I going to figure it out by the next one? Probably not. I'm actually excited about 1 or 2 other conversations that I'm going to be having. One of them, a Dutch lady that also agreed to jump on a stream with me. So, with an interesting tool. So I'm giddy about that. But still leaves me with a lot of things to think about. Then, of course, after that is said and done, I'm now packing up, and that's the mission. I have to pack up all these live stream things and get them out of the way. But then I have time to spend with a youngster, full of energy. We were actually a little bit worried that we thought that he was getting a bit sick last night because he was tossing and turning and not sounding great. But he's chipper now. In fact, and this is the other member of the family I haven't spoken about at all. It's a little 4-legged family member. A family member that got smuggled in the old days before the pandemic into every hotel in Poland. My mother-in-law's little lapdog. The lapdog's called CC. CC, like a CC as the, I think it was an Austrian princess, CC. Beautiful, apparently. But this little lapdog, probably one of my better friends here in Poland. Awesome little pet. Stinky sometimes. A bit overweight, Polish food. But apparently Cici, who's now out in the roads roaming for a bit of a pee-pee spot, will be sleeping in our house tonight. The bed is here, everything is here. And Francie is super excited about this idea. He's got a new friend. And they're outside currently taking a walk. He basically came back for 5 seconds and then dashed out the door without even saying goodbye. So excited the poor man is about taking Cici for a walk. So looks like I've got extra family member for the night and perhaps for the weekend because mother-in-law is on some trip. Not entirely sure where she's at, but she's on the move. She's on the move. Now you know where my wife gets it from. Anyway, lots of things to think about, specifically around the live streaming. But the other thing also, I wanted to say this in the live stream, but I didn't really get time. I feel too stressed out about it, but perhaps I need to share this kind of stuff too, is that I've been thinking a lot about mental health the last couple of days. I think both Marta and myself are fatigued in the sense of like in the brain energy. I think, when I look around me and I look at some of my friends, I feel like a lot of people are struggling with mental health. Even if you say you're happy, you're not. And so look after yourself. Take care of yourself. I don't have answers, medicine, or tips. I just want to say that you need to recognize it, because if you recognize it, maybe there's something that you can do in your context. But I don't know. I wanted to say it because I feel like emotionally it's a bit of a tough time. Nothing wrong. Business is okay. Projects are super busy. I was like really crazy this week. It was... I have to do so much other things that I want to do, even with finding frequency. But it was just way too busy. As I sit here, I'm really, really tired. And I'm looking forward to grabbing a very, very good night's sleep, even if I have a stink dog on my face, which will not happen. I have to put down my foot on that one. Great. Listen, thanks for listening to this. If you got to this point, I appreciate it. It's a bit of therapy for myself to sit here behind the microphone and also have this conversation with you. I tip my hat to a great week, great connections, friends reaching out. I had so many connections again. In fact, next week I have 2 more friends I'm going to be reconnecting with that I'm super excited about. So I sit here behind one of my most favorite microphones, the Shure SM7B that I ripped out the box again. I cycled through my microphones and this remains my favorite one. I'm always excited to have this one here. So these small things make me smile. So I hope you have something that will make you smile in the mind, like one of my friends always say. And thanks for listening.